Chadwide Dirt Derby right here at the Charlotte Dirt Track. My name's Robert Hill Jr. Joining me tonight is Will I Am White. Will, how you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing great. Excited to sling some mud tonight.
Yes, sir. We're gonna sling a wee bit of mud, have a good time here. Try to get those overlays updated. Just give us a moment here. There we go. We got those overlays updated. So this heat, the way it's going to work tonight, we're going to have heat races, 4 of them indeed. Top 4 directly to the feature, everyone else to the consi. This one's going to be Hunter Smith, Frank Fody, Caleb Pecumer, Jake Scarborough, Rory Collins, Jaden Racimus, Kendall Player, Austin Sally, Seth Rawls, and Connor Thompson. So top 4 directly to the feature. Everyone else will have to work their way in through the consi, but everyone will race tonight. Pace cars off here, Will. Who's your pick to win here in heat race number 1?
I mean, it's hard to bet against Hunter Smith. Obviously, about a tenth and a half quicker in qualifying than anybody else, and he seems to be pretty handy. Top of the practice board, so I think I have to pick him for this first heat.
I'm going to go with Caleb Pecumer as we are green flag racing, 10-lap heat races. We won't have any cautions in these heat races, so these drivers will just have 10 laps of straight racing. As we watch the battle for a second, it's Frank Fody up top, Caleb Pecumer on the inside. They're going to battle for position number 2 as lap 1 in the books. It's Hunter Smith out front by already over a second on Fody and Pecumer. So great run here so far by Hunter Smith, a driver that I personally thought was a road course racer, but apparently, well, he likes to get down and dirty.
Yeah, we saw him get off to an amazing launch when the green flag dropped. Already was about half a second clear when we got into turn 1, and he hasn't looked back since. Now growing that gap probably north of 2 seconds before we know it. See Rory Collins there in P4, Jake Scarborough rounding out the top 5 of those quarter panel numbers on that Shift Esports machine. Very unique design, but very typical of dirt cars. Very fitting for the event we have tonight. But Frank Fody is still leading this 4-car scrap for second place.
Yeah, we're still watching the battle here for position number 2. It's Frank Fody up top, Caleb Pecumer down on the inside here. Pecumer with the advantage at the line. Fody going to paddle back up top as Collins now going to go side by side with Scarborough. Scarborough trying to get up there into position number 4. Collins with a bit of an advantage there. Just behind them is Shift Esports team owner Seth Rawls in the 25 machine. This is going to be his first start here this season in the ARCA series.
Yeah, obviously an esteemed racer, Seth Rawls is team owner of Shift Esports, obviously an Xfinity Series winner in Elite as well. Won at Bathurst, I believe it was, in 2023A. So he knows how to sling around the road courses. See if he can sling some mud tonight.
Absolutely. Is Kendall Noah Player? Well, he's going to find pit road a little early here. Some damage on that machine as here comes Hunter Smith. Seth Rawls looks like he might have had a bit of contact with Rory Collins. Collins going to lose it there as well down the back straight away. He's going to call it a evening as here comes Hunter Smith. 3 laps to go, coming to 2 this time. The popsicles are about to come out of the freezer here. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go for Hunter Smith. It's Smith, Fody, Pecumer, and Scarborough currently in those transfer positions, looking to be the first ones to transfer here tonight. As here comes Hunter Smith once again. White flag gonna be displayed this time for the road course master Hunter Smith, as he's got 1 lap to go. That battle for second is split off here. Frank Fody, Caleb Pecumer, and Jake Scarborough. Scarborough just ahead of Jaden Racimus here. This battle may kick back off, but out of turn 4 for the final time. Hunter Smith gonna pick up win number 1 here in the Chadwide Dirt Derby over Frank Fody, Caleb Pecumer, Jake Scarborough, with Jaden Racimus, Seth Rawls, Austin Sally, Connor Thompson, Kendall Noah Player, and Rory Collins moving on to the consi.
Yeah, it was a pretty exciting for a 10-lap race. Obviously, those top four making their lives a lot easier for themselves, transferring straight to the feature, not having to worry about getting a better grid position for consolation races. We now move into heat number 2.
Yeah, Will, why don't you walk us through the starting lineup here in heat race number 2? Obviously, ignore James Bond there in position number 10, but the rest of the field gonna
Yeah,
battle it out.
Jesse Racimus will start first in the 70 car. On his outside will be Chase Caber in 39. Tyler Skordensky and Carl Hanshaw will make up row number 2. Leighton Norgard and Gavin Higgins will be in row 3. Mark Rabanis in the 99 will start 7th with Dustin Dewar in the 32 in 8th, and rounding out our 9 car. Heat number 2 will be Bailey Mills in the 7.
Yeah, Bailey Mills making their second start of the Pit Pass Network ARCA series. Hanshaw, his second of the season. I believe the second of, or his first of the season, actually. And I believe the second start of the season for Chase Cabre, fresh off of a victory last time out here in the Pit Pass Network ARCA series. So we'll take another quick look through the field here as they do get set. You saw Racimus, now Cabre in a new machine there. I believe that is the Reckless Society brand. That's the apparel brand that Chase and his fiancee Haley Deegan have together. Tyler Skordensky there in third. There's Hanshaw on the outside. There's the Leighton Norgard rocking that pink hair. Gavin Higgins in the number 20 Ream machine. Mark Rabilas, RabilasPhoto.com for all your photography needs. Down there in P7, Dusty Dewar joining us again tonight. And of course, like you mentioned, Bailey Mills looking for a sponsor. Says sponsor me on the side of that 7-car Mills. So if you want to sponsor a driver, reach out to Bailey Mills. They've got some space on that 7. This will be heat race number 2 of 4 here this evening. Of course, the rest of the night, like we mentioned, those 2 additional heat races, a 10-lap consi just to set the rest of the field outside the top 16, and the 50-lap feature. It was supposed to be 75, but was shortened for competition purposes due to the track just baking off a little bit too quickly in a 75-lap race. As the pace car is off, we're going to get set to go green here. We are green, and it's Jesse Racimus on the loud pedal.
It's a lot more even getaway for the front row than we saw in heat number 1. We saw Hunter Smith get off to that electric start, but Chase Cabre stayed right with Jaden Racimus. He's going to go straight to the inside. He wants the lead. He wants it early. Might try and pull a slide job. The 70 is going to hold the outside. He's going to retain the lead for the time being, as lap 1 already in the books, but Chase Cabre looking for the advantage and pulls a slide job again. Jesse Racimus goes right back under and will retain the lead again.
We had to pull that Dale Jr. moment right there.
Slide job.
Slide job. Slide job.
Going to see a lot of those tonight. Doubt that will be the last. As Chase Cabre now ripping the high side.
Look at this.
Pulling out all the stops. We know Chase Cabre is a dirt racer in the real world. He knows how to rip the high side. He knows how to pull a slide job. Jesse Racimus' life is not going to be very easy at the moment with that 39 car breathing down his neck.
Oh no! We've had an incident! We have had an
Dusty
incident! A Leighton Norgard!
Oh no, a Leighton!
A Leighton Norgard, Dusty Dewar. They come together. As we have to get that replay screen updated. Watching a Leighton Norgard here real quick. Just overextends the corner and will end up in the infield. But Chase Cabre did get the race lead over Jesse Racimus. Racimus going to try to battle back on the inside. This is a great battle for the lead. Racimus absolutely putting the elbows out here in heat race number 2. That's Cabre out front. Skordensky just behind, and there's Kyle Hanshaw in position to transfer as well, just behind them. Tyler Skordensky up against the wall, and here's Bailey Mills in position number 6. So those drivers trying to work their way towards a potential transfer spot, but now coming to the line next time by will be 3 to go for Chase Cabre out front. This will set him up for a potentially front row starting spot in the feature, should he be able to hold on as Mills goes around. Bailey Mills going to gather it back up and join the tail of the field as here comes Cabre into turn number 3. Popsicle sticks displayed once again here, William White.
Yeah, we see as soon as he gets past Jaden Racimus, he just clears off into the sunset. Seems like in turns 1 and 2, he's finding some pace right on the high side. He's millimeters off of the wall and he's flying. Running the middle of the track in turn 3 and 4. Obviously, the secret to dirt racing is just finding the grip wherever it may be. Going the shortest distance around the racetrack isn't always the most viable strategy. So the white flag now, Chase Cabry nearly 2 seconds in the lead.
White flag displayed for Chase Cabry out front. Going down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3. The 39 Reckless Society Chevrolet of Chase Cabry going to cross the line and pick up the win here in heat number 2 over Jesse Racimus, Tyler Skordensky, and Kyle Hanshaw, transferring directly to the A main with Higgins, Rabilis, Dewar, Mills, and Norgard headed for the Consi.
Yeah, going to be a bit of disappointment there for Bailey Mills or Leighton Norgard, obviously involved in their own incidents, making their lives a little bit harder. They now have to go through the Constellation. Down, but certainly not out for those two, though.
As we take a look at the heat lineup here for heat race number 3, it's Dylan Javier on the pole. Alongside him, the 21 of Corey Abbott, with row number 2 being Andrew Hardcastle and Johnny Thomas making, I believe, his Pit Pass Network ARCA Series debut tonight. Jeff Green in 5th alongside Carlos Acosta make up row number 3. Tyler Dixon and Dustin Haynes in row 4 with Mitch Javier and Josh Osborne rounding out the field. As we head down, let's take another peek at these drivers as they get set to go. You see the number 57 machine of Javier there. The 21 of Abbott up on the high side. That's Andrew Hardcastle on the inside of row number 2. And see if we can get a better look at this here, Will. That's Corey Abbott on the hood of the Andrew Hardcastle machine.
Yeah, that is. I think Corey said that was about an 8-year-old picture of him in 11th grade, I think it was, he said. That's 11th grade pork chop. So on the
11th grade pork chop. Don't know that it's edible anymore, as that's a couple years past its expiry date. Never want to eat old pork chops. Well, I don't think that's encouraged.
Yeah, even we don't eat like that.
Yeah, the British eat a lot of weird stuff like blood sausage and this and that. But it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
Will, what's the name of this race again?
It's the Chadwide Dirt Derby.
It is not a derby. It's a derby.
But that's not how you pronounce it.
In English land, maybe we say derby, but it's derby here as we go green. Javier on the inside. Abbott, he's cooking up on the high side. That expired pork chop on the move as he works his way up against the outside wall, trying to get those right side tires planted as he's going to look for the race lead here off of turn number 4. I believe it will be Abbott at the line that time to lead lap number 1. Just behind them, the battle continues for those transfer spots. It's Johnny Thomas, it's Andrew Hardcastle, 3rd and 4th respectively. Just behind them is Carlos Acosta. Acosta would love to work his way into one of these transfer spots and not have to worry about the Consi race coming up a little bit later, as Abbott leads us here on lap number 2. Just behind him, those battles continue. It's Johnny Thomas up top, expired pork chop, Andrew Hardcastle on the inside.
Yeah, see, Andrew Hardcastle almost complete that slide job for 3rd place. I think he's going to pull it this time, bar on the 91 of Johnny Thomas. Thomas actually going to hold it on the outside a lot better this time. I think on the starts, the outside line really gets that advantage. You saw Corey Abbott get a pretty decent start in line with Dylan Javier and was able to power through on the outside. Saw Johnny Thomas originally get past Andrew Hardcastle for 3rd place, but Andrew Hardcastle now just takes that back as we're now 6 laps to go in heat number 3.
Yeah, Andrew Hardcastle actually starting to chase down Dylan Javier, looking for that position. Is Dustin Haynes going to hit the tire on the inside of the racetrack? Not what you want to do there. That's going to cause a bit of damage as we see this battle for 2nd. Corey Abbott is pulled away now. Currently finds himself about 0.8 of a second ahead of Dylan Javier as here comes Hardcastle and Johnny Thomas. This is a chance for Andrew to try to make a sandcastle here tonight out of that 22 machine, playing in the dirt for the first time in this Pit Pass Network ARCA series. Coming to 3 to go this time. Corey Abbott, Dylan Havier, Andrew Hardcastle, Johnny Thomas, and Carlos Acosta, the top 5.
Yeah, we saw Andrew Hardcastle power through that slide job on Johnny Thomas. Johnny Thomas now trying to return the favour, pulling a slide job just a couple laps ago. As you see, Josh Osborne run into a little bit of trouble. He's now down in 10th and last place, but Corey Abbott not quite in as comfortable of a lead as he was. Dylan Havier closing that gap now just north of half a second. 2 laps to go. The popsicle sticks are waving as they're right up against the wall. Millimeters off there. The angry elf, expired pork chop, whatever you want to call him. Corey Abbott is still leading this comfortably. Gets a little bit loose there. Here comes Dylan Abbott. They make contact. They're banging doors for the lead. They're side by side. Dylan Abbott, is he going to have it? Final lap, white flag. Abbott might try and pull a slide job. Corey's going to keep it on the outside. He's going to have to run off.
This is going to be a heck of a battle here through 3 and 4. Abbott up to the wall. Havier down to the inside. Who's going to have it at the line? It's Abbott. Wow.
Abbott just takes it.
What a battle. Your transfers out of heat race number 3. Corey Abbott, Dylan Havier, Johnny Thomas, and Andrew Hardcastle. The drivers to the Consi, Acosta, Green, Mitch Havier, Tyler Dixon, Josh Osborne, and Dustin Haynes. And now, finally, the final heat race of the night. Jimmy Hayden going to start on the pole alongside Michael Hosick. Jake Connor and Kyle Simmons make up row number 2. Justin Wadsworth and Robert Smith, row 3. Brandon Ultra, Harrison Talon, row 4. And Christopher Paff round out the 9-car field here. William White, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, we know Jimmy Hayden is always a force to be reckoned with on the dirt. He's won a couple dirt races in his time. We'll see if he can lock himself into a transfer spot into the main feature race. You'd imagine starting from the pole, his life is the easiest out of these 9 drivers to get there.
You really never know. Anything can happen here amongst these drivers. Obviously, Hayden, fresh off a victory here in the Pit Pass Network ARCA series a week ago. His maiden voyage into the series ended up with him in victory lane, and it's going to be a good opportunity for him to try to get a good starting position to come here in the feature a little bit later tonight. But Michael Hosick, anytime he has an opportunity to start at the front, he's always a very strong competitor. So watch the number 24 machine, actually sponsored by Robilas Photography, robilasphoto.com. Once again, for all your photography needs, they're going to make a little bit of contact. Say hello before we get going green here.
Yeah, Jimmy Hayden likes to have a little door rub with whoever's on his inside or his outside. For it's just a little bit of a mind game, very much a trademark of Jimmy's game.
Well, Jimmy trying to show his game here early on, and I don't want to jinx this, Will, but these heat races have been fairly clean.
They have been pretty clean thus far. No yellows needed, just a couple spins.
We only have about 10 cars on the track. When we have 40 a little bit later, that might get interesting.
It certainly might, but as we see, ahead of that 40-car feature is heat number 4, and Jimmy Hayden has cleared off into the lead by almost a second ahead of Michael Hosick. As we see the number 100 clearing off, it's Jay Connor on the inside of Michael Hosick trying to get second place off the start, but Hosick going to just hang firm this. Carl Simmons there in 4th place, trying to get in on the fight. Justin Wadsworth, though, can't count him out. He's in 5th, fighting for the final transfer spot.
That is side by side for the transfer. Just behind them, Ultra. A little bit of wall riding right there. That's something to keep an eye on. Make sure that that's not used to transfer through to the feature. But side by side, Wadsworth on the high side, Connor on the inside. Actually, sorry, that is not Connor. That's Simmons on the inside. That's your battle for the transfer right here. Whoever gets this spot, if it stays the same, will be who transfers on as Robert Smith falls back towards the tail of the field now, battling with Christopher Paff. It's Hosick and Kaner side by side for second. And out front, like you mentioned, 2 seconds nearly, is Jimmy Hayden, the 100 machine, out to the race lead. And he's doing a nice job here so far in that Jimmy Hayden Designs machine, Jimmy Hayden Photography, I believe, on that car as well, doing a nice job here out front with now 5 to go. 5 down, 5 to go here, Will.
Yeah, we see Jimmy Hayden, obviously. He can do it on everything. He's done it on the mile and a half track at Charlotte. He's done it on the dirt track at Charlotte. Less than a third of the size, but still the same amount of power in that number 100 scheme. Trying to retain that 100% win rate in the Pit Pass Network ARCA series after winning his debut race last time out. And he's making life pretty easy for himself with a lead now north of 2 seconds with just 4 laps to go.
Watching a battle at the tail of the field obviously doesn't mean too much when it comes to the transfer, but will mean something when it comes to their starting spots in the Consi. Christopher Paff, Robert Smith side by side there for 8th. A little bit of contact. That was Smith into the back of the Paff machine, but back up front, the battle continues for 2nd. It's Hossack and Connor here. Nose to tail as Hayden should come around and face just 2 to go this time. Popsicle sticks are displayed for the 100 machine. The Century Man looking to continue his success here in the Pit Pass Network ARCA series as the drivers behind him continue to duke it out here. Coming to 1 to go, Will.
Yeah, absolutely. Every position matters. Even though 2nd and 3rd, you're going to transfer straight to the feature either way, it still matters all the same. When you're that much further up the grid, it might be that that's what lets you avoid the carnage or, you know, have that track position when you need it most. So Hossack and Connor fighting for some very valuable real estate up at the front of the pack. But on the final lap, Jimmy Hayden is now about to cross the line. He's going to win heat number 4, the dirt track at Charlotte.
Grabs the wall at the conclusion of that one. Hossack gonna take 2nd by a very close margin here, 2/100ths of a second over Jake Connor. Justin Wadsworth gonna be the last to transfer out of the heats with Simmons, Ultra, Talon, Smith, and Paff headed for the Consi, which will be 22 cars deep. Let's take a look at the starting grid for this 10-lap consolation here, Will. Why don't you kick us off with the top 10?
Yeah, we'll start in pole. For the consolation race will be Jaden Racines in the 19, Gavin Higgins in the 20 alongside him. Carl Sikosta in the 02 and Carl Simmons in the 85 will round out row 2. Seth Rawls in the 25 and Mark Robilas will be in row 3. The 38 Jeff Green, joint points leader alongside Corey Abbott, will be on the inside of Brandon Ultra in the 45. Austin Sally in the 00 and the 32 Dustin Dewar will round out the top 10.
Position number 11 is Mitch Havier alongside Harrison Talon there in row number 6. Row 7, Connor Thompson and Bailey Mills, with row 8 being Tyler Dixon and Robert Smith. Row 9 for this Consi is Kendall Noah Player and a Leighton Norcar, with Josh Osborne and Christopher Paff rounding out the top 20, and the rest of the field will be Rory Collins and Dustin Haynes. 22 cars here, Will. And everyone will transfer to the main. This is just going to set the order for everyone that didn't transfer directly from the heats. No points on the line here in the Consi.
Yeah, obviously this is all about track position. This will decide position 17 through 38, I believe. Obviously, Jaden Racines provisionally starting 17th in the feature race if he can hold this lead and win the consolation. But obviously there's a lot of hungry guys behind him that want to make their lives as easy as possible come that feature race. Seen some guys that made some mistakes in their respective heat races that are slightly out of position. That is where you'll see a lot of guys surging back through the field who are wanting to kind of rectify those errors.
And this will be a good opportunity just for these guys to get a bit of practice with a big amount of cars on the racetrack. In practice, kind of the way it worked, Will, was it split them up into sessions. So we had, like, I believe it was 3 different run groups. And now just they're out here able to run together as pace cars off. Pace cars off. Jaden Racines, Gavin Higgins, 19 and 20, gonna lead us to the green flag here. And we are green. Great jump by Gavin Higgins on the outside. Jaden Racines doing a good job here right from the jump as well. As second place going to be side by side. Gavin Higgins, Carlos Acosta duking it out 20 and 02. They got all the same numbers, just in a different order here as they duke it out for position. We lost the field. There we go. We found them. A little bit of hide and seek with the boys.
Yeah, see Jaden Racima's got a decent getaway, managed to retain the lead off of turn 2 as we see Kendall Noah player going to the grass for the second time in this event. Unfortunate for that 94 machine. See Gavin Higgins looking to the inside of Jaden Racimas, but to no avail.
Oh,
See Higgins turned around off the front of Acosta. Higgins in the grass will remain green for now. The 20 car around into the infield after contact with Carlos Acosta. That moves Seth Rawls up into second place. He takes advantage of a little bit of carnage in front of him. He's still fighting with Carlos. Carlos gets very loose off the corner there. Saves it. He will lose second place to Seth Rawls, though, as Carl Simmons. As Dustin Haynes is now around.
Haynes goes around. Looks like Rory Collins just went around. He's gathered it back up. Wow, Robert Smith stuck in the outside wall. Oh, this is a good time here, Will. I'm loving this. Look at this.
Chadwide, I think that was momentarily
that is Chadwide right there.
And I want to say Mills with Chadwide.
Bailey Mills, yeah, he doesn't even know Chad, and he's Chadwide up here. Bailey Mills up 10 spots in the Consi so far.
He is absolutely flying. He's up to 4th place already. He might be looking for the lead here before long. Speaking of the lead, we've had a lead change. We haven't even noticed it. Seth Rawls nearly a second clear.
Dusty went around. Seth Rawls to the lead. Jade Racimas, Carlos Acosta, Bailey Mills, and Jeff Green. The top 5 as Green goes to the outside of Mills. They're going to battle side by side for 4th.
Jeff Green in the wall, taps it with his rear
Jeff
right.
not able to get there.
Not quite. He spotted a gap, tried to take it. You see a Leighton Norgard now on the outside of Austin Stanley trying to take
Austin
P7.
up in the top 10.
Ultra. Norgard with a crossover there on the 00. Stanley's going to have the run off of the corner, though, being on the outside. We'll see if Norgard tries to pull a bit of a slide job there. As we see the 58 of Mitch Javier, I believe that is, just in front of Harrison Talon.
Kendall Noah player landscaping again as here comes our leader. Seth Rawls, 2 to go as Austin Sally going to go around.
Heartbreak for the 00, so close to the finish of the
Ride,
concert.
Sally, ride, come on. As he got it moving again, Seth Rawls going to come around and face the white flag this time. 1 to go in the Consi. Side by side for second. Jaden Racimas up top. Carlos Acosta on the bottom. Just behind is Jeff Green. And Bailey Mills as Mills goes landscaping. Stay on it, Mills. Come on.
In it.
Oh, man. We had another wreck. Ultra and Javier as Seth Rawls wrecks across the line. Seth Rawls wins the Conti over Jaden Racimas, Carlos Acosta, Jeff Green, and a Leighton Norgard up 13 spots. Bailey Mills in 6th, Harrison Talon 7th, Tyler Dixon 8th, Robert Smith 9th, and Mark Rabilas round out the top 10. Wow. What a precursor for what we're going to see here in the Chadwide Dirt Derby, as we are going to have a brief warm-up session here, allow the drivers to find their bearings, find where they belong on the racetrack, and we'll be back in about 2 minutes time. Don't go anywhere. This is the Chadwide Dirt Derby on the Elite Racing Network.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
The NASCAR Cup Series returns to Worldwide Technology Raceway on June 1st and 2nd, 2024. The time to get your tickets is now. For only $10 down, you can lock in your seats for an incredible weekend of family fun, featuring the Enjoy Illinois 300 and the Confluence Music Festival. Racing, music, camping, it all adds up to one amazing party. Go to www.raceway.com for the hottest ticket of the year.
William, we are back here at the dirt track in Charlotte. What race is this, Will?
This is the Chadwide Dirt Derby at the dirt track at Charlotte.
The Dirt Derby dirt here at Charlotte here tonight. Let's take a look at the starting grid, Will. Why don't you walk us through the top 10? Begin with that pole sitter, the road course man that likes to get dirty.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you say, a road course ringer becomes a dirt track expert. Hunter Smith in the 54 will start on pole. Chase Cabry in the 39 will be on his outside. Corey Abbott and Jimmy Hayden, Abbott Motorsports teammates, will conclude our respective heat winners. They'll be in row number 2. Frank Foti and Jesse Racimus will be in row number 3. The 57 of Dylan Havill will be in 7th, and Michael Hossack leading our international drivers. He'll start 8th. Caleb Pekuma in the 59 and Tyler Skordensky in the 06 will round out our top 10.
Row 6 tonight is where we find the Daytona 500 winner, Johnny Thomas, not this year, but in the past, in 11. Jake Connor in 12th. Row number 7 tonight, Jake Scarborough and Kyle Hanshaw. Row 8, Andrew Hardcastle. Maybe he'll make a sandcastle here tonight alongside Justin Wadsworth. Row 9, Seth Rawls and Jaden Racimus, with Carlos Acosta and Jeff Green, the 2000 Busch Series champion, rounding out the top 20.
Leighton Norgard will start in 21st in the number 12 car on his outside will be the 7 of Bailey Mills. Harrison Tellen in the number 1 will start 23rd, and Tyler Dixon will start 24th on his outside. 25th will be Robert Smith in the 98, and then the 99 will be Mark Robilas in P26. Gavin Higgins and Connor Thompson will round out row 14, and rounding out our top 30 will be the 62 of Rory Collins and the 45 of Brandon Ultra.
Rounding out the field tonight, the 85 of Kyle Simmons alongside the 00, number nothing of Austin Sally. Just behind them, Josh Osborne and Dustin Dewar, Dustin Haynes and Christopher Paff, with Mitch Havier and Kendall Noah Player rounding out the field as the pace car's off. Let's go green. We're going to get dirty here. It's Hunter Smith on the inside, Chase Cabry up top as we are racing. It's the Chadwide Dirt Derby underway.
So Hunter Smith and Chase Cabry get off to a fairly even start. Chase Cabry's going to have the advantage of being on the outside. He might be taking the lead off of turn 2. Jimmy Hayden looks to be looking for 3rd place off of turn 2. We've got a caution already on that 1 to 50.
Somewhere.
Something happened.
Somebody did something out here.
Everyone's facing the right direction.
Austin Sally's gone. So I'm wondering if maybe it had to do with him?
I mean, potentially. The other 37 guys look to be facing in the right direction with...
What we'll do then, Will, is we'll give a shout out to Mark Robilas, robilasphoto.com, for all your photography needs. Just finished wrapping up the Super Bowl, now headed down to Daytona. He just said that he's going to leave first thing tomorrow morning to fly down to Florida. And then tomorrow, of course, take pictures of the 500. Got to shout out Blue Egg Marketing. Blue Egg is the marketing department for small businesses, small business owners. Blue Egg is your biggest fan. And let's hear from our friends at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
The NASCAR Cup Series returns to Worldwide Technology Raceway on June 1st and 2nd, 2024. The time to get your tickets is now. For only $10 down, you can lock in your seats for an incredible weekend of family fun, featuring the Enjoy Illinois 300 and the Confluence Music Festival. Racing, music, camping, it all adds up to one amazing party. Go to www.raceway.com for the hottest ticket of the year.
And we are back. You just heard from our friends at Worldwide Technology Raceway down there in Madison, Illinois, close to the Gateway Arch. Well, Will, this race might go by rather rapidly here tonight, and there's potential that we aren't going to get a lot of green flag racing.
I mean, there's always that kind of potential when you've got a traditionally tarmac-based oval car on a sub half-a-mile dirt track, you know, with nearly 40 of us on the track, you're bound to see some carnage. And even when we're behind the pace car, we're already knocked off 10% of the race. As you see, Chase Cabrig off to a lightning restart ahead of Hunter Smith. He will lead lap number 5 coming to lap number 6 as we are back green for the Chadwide Dirt Derby at the dirt track at Charlotte. You see everyone else filing through into turn 1. We see Ultra Chadwide. I think that was 4 abreast momentarily with Norgard and
Ultra Chadwide.
Ultra Chadwide.
Oh,
4
oh.
abreast. Oh, big crash. Oh.
Tyler
Big
Skordensky.
Pacuma's involved as well.
Looks like a double Javier. No, Mitch got through okay. Kendall No Player got through okay. Johnny Thomas was definitely in that. Josh Osborne just had a moment.
A lot of Lake Norman Motorsports cars involved in that one. Tyler Foti's wallet must be screaming at the repair bill right now.
Absolutely. Now, hopefully what happens here, Will, is that we do end up with some sort of a sped up caution. Because these guys can't really go down pit road anyways.
Yeah. There's no real pit road, is there?
There's a pit road. They're just not going to do anything for you.
They'll look at you weird and think, why are you here?
That's exactly it. Let's see who's hanging out here in the field that maybe we could have a quick chat with. Let's talk to Andrew Hardcastle. Andrew Hardcastle, it's Robert and Will up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
What's your thoughts on the event so far? How have you been doing here and throughout the heats, the Consi, and now here in the early going of this feature?
It's a lot more fun to watch because I didn't have the stress of running into people. But yeah, it's been crazy as we're getting the green. Oh God, somebody blinked.
Well, I didn't realize we were green, so best of luck to you.
So we get some in-race commentary from Andrew?
Sure. It's pretty wild out here. There's probably going to be some more death because it's an interesting combo.
There's some death.
As we have a yellow.
Jeff Green just had it.
Oh no, not Jeff.
Ooh, he's got some damage.
He's munched.
All right, before we let you go, why don't you tell us about what's on your hood there, Andrew?
Old picture of team owner Corey Abbott decided to make a little bit of a joke car, throw his face up on there. Was a fun little joke, and came out pretty good. It was a pretty high res photo, so it looked pretty solid up there on the hood. Hopefully, it stays clean.
The race leader just got destroyed under yellow.
Oh no.
Yeah, Chase Cabri's got some major damage.
We're gonna back that up, see if we can get a look.
Arches are caved in.
Wow. Oh!
Oh!
Is that Josh Osborne?
Josh Osborne and Hunter Smith, I think, below him.
Oh my god.
Whoa! Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's a big impact.
Wow. Okay, Andrew, good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah, have fun, Andrew.
Now talking to Austin, Sally Austin. What happened, buddy?
Oh, there's a solid checkup right before we went green, and it doesn't stop too well on dirt, so we rear-ended the guy in front of us, and PC shut off after that. So
You actually looked really solid in the Consi. How'd you feel out there? Because I don't think you have a lot of experience doing this, Austin, do you?
no, this is only to be honest, my second race in Elite. After last week's fiasco, and been putting a lot of time in iRacing since don't have anything else to do right now. But yeah, I mean, I spent 4 hours today practicing, and had some guys giving me pointers, and it was good. It was solid. I thought I was gonna do solid tonight.
I think you would have been had you not got solid contact on your 00 machine. We're back under green here. You think we're going to get a green flag run in, or is it just going to be continuous yellows as there goes Hunter
It's
Smith?
going to be yellows. Hunter Smith's around.
It's slippery out there. There's a lot of cars beating and banging out there.
Definitely.
Well, that was rough. Anyways, Austin,
That was rough.
before we let you go, any sponsors you want to thank, shout-outs you want to give for putting that 00 out on the racetrack?
I mean, I want to shout out the boys, Ethan Bro, Jonathan Cutlip, Trey Holmes, all the guys at Pro Edge giving me pointers and supporting me throughout this early journey. My parents watching the race now, and yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see how well we can start going here.
Well, we look forward to seeing you out here next round at Road America. We'll see how you do there, turning left and right.
We'll see, boys.
All right, have a good night, my friend.
Night, guys.
That was Austin Sally out of the race on lap number 1 here. Will, 4 cautions already. Little rough to start this one.
It's been a little rough, and during the heats and the consolation, I way overused the phrase making your life easier. I'm not going to stop, because these cautions are making the life of Chase Cabry very easy right now, even though that 39 car is absolutely destroyed. The constant yellows means that as long as he can stay out front for about half a lap, it seems that he can just stay in front under caution and kind of reset and rinse and repeat, as we see the replay of Hunter Smith going around off the front of Leighton Norgard, I believe the 54, and a little bit of contact off the front of the 70 of Jesse Racimus. So we're now seeing another replay as Christopher Paff and Rory Collins. Collins on the outside. The 58 just gets into the 30, spins him around 180 degrees. Another big restart there for Chase Cabry. He's going to get to the line first to start lap number 19. Jesse Racimus is going to be on the inside of Jimmy Hayden for second place. Hayden's going to try and power back on the outside. He will just keep his nose in there. Jesse Racimus, though, not going to give him an inch. Jimmy Hayden on the outside. That's your fight for second place. Chase Cabry almost a second clear of the fight. He's now in first place, seemingly not much disaffected by that damage to the front of his number 39, as he is still clearing off, gapping these guys as they continue to scrap for the low positions. And there's another crash. Javier's around Jeff Green with a big hit there in the 38 car. Mitch
That
Javier
is
with a major impact.
Mitch Javier at the rear end, going around. Caution number 5 of the day.
Yeah, doesn't seem like the yellows are going to stop anytime soon. I've had 5 cautions and I think about 5 green laps as of right now. Almost halfway through the show, and I don't think we've had a run longer than 2 laps at this point. So hopefully these guys can start stringing some laps together, get some good racing.
Now, of course, these drivers, a lot of them not used to this kind of racing. Coming here for the first time, and it's just not going to be easy for them to deal with this these track conditions and whatnot tonight. But we'll take a look and see, maybe we can piece something together, get some runs going.
Yeah, hopefully, obviously we're coming to nearly the halfway point. Not much time left for these guys to start making some moves, start, getting their way to the front. But also, the more, yellows you have, the less time you have to make those moves. So these guys really have to consider how hard they want to push in the early laps of those restarts. Is it worth risking having another yellow for, you know, 1 position, 2 positions if you're going to spend the next 6 laps under yellow?
As the lights are off in the iRacing.com pace car, let's see if we can keep those lights off and get a run in here. Chase Cabry, Jesse Racimus, the front row is Cabry. Gonna get a nice launch here. Side by side already. Chadwide back here. It's Abbott, Hosick, and Connor. As here comes Johnny Thomas. Johnny on scene with a nice drive right there. Goes for a bit of a sneak up through the middle and steal a couple positions out there on the racetrack. Hoping these guys can keep it
drive into
clean
turn 3
here.
there.
Oh, this is a gaggle.
Chadwide, we're big Chadwide. 3 abreast. Dewar, Higgins, and Simmons there. They're still Chadwide. Is there around again? Smith, Skordensky, Haynes. That will be safety car numero 6 of the evening.
As the field gonna come back behind the iRacing pace car. Looks like a bit of a mess out there.
It's definitely tricky for these guys in the slippery conditions that the dirt track brings. See Brandon Ultra bringing it down into the pit area. I don't know if he's calling it a night or if he wants his pit crew to look at him weird. We'll have to wait and see.
Looks like he's just trying to figure out how to find where his pit box is.
Well, he comes back out onto the racing surface there in the middle of the pack. Very interesting. One thing is for sure, though, the pace car is really doing some good work up at the front there. I think he might get those bonus points for
He's
leading the most
absolutely
laps
getting
tonight.
the most laps led bonus on that pace car. Ultra back to pit road. We'll see what happens here. Biggest mover so far, Dustin Dewar, up 15 spots.
Yeah, he's not been free from the car, but he's been free enough to make some moves, get himself up the running order a little bit. See Chase Cabry step on the loud pedal again. It's another solid restart for the 39 car. Racimus and Hayden yet again will be side by side fighting for second place. As we see some of these guys grabbing the outside wall on the restart. Jimmy Hayden looking for second place. He's going to have to run off the corner. He's going to take it from Jesse Racimus. Racimus, though, will not relinquish that easily without a fight. But Jimmy Hayden, for now, will have second place. We are getting Chadwide. Rolls, Higgins, and Rabilis as Bailey Mills is up in the outside wall. There's still 3 abreast there near the back of the pack. Nearly 4 abreast there. Norgard, Dixon, Acosta, all in a massive cluster. There's a little bit of a door bang. They're still 4 wide.
5 wide.
Almost 5 wide.
Wow.
And they keep it straight.
Chad got really
It's
big
still
right
5
there.
wide.
Wow.
Norgard's in the wall. He's going to keep it straight, though. Chadwide for about a lap and a half there. As we see Frankfurt get a little bit sideways.
I think that's the
under
longest
Hunter
green
Smith.
flag run we've had.
It is, and they've been going 5 wide. Maybe they should go 5 wide more often. Evidently, they can keep it clean. As we see Scarborough trying to pull a bit of a slide up on the 9 car. They're 4 wide again! What? Seth was right up in the wall there. He's going to keep it straight. Still Chadwide.
Caution
Norgard on the top
flag.
there.
For something.
A thing happened.
Oh, Josh
Oh,
Osborne. Osborne around again. That's going to bring out another caution flag.
And it's the 7th of the night after about a 5-lap green flag run, the longest we've had so far. Chase Cabry very comfortable out in the lead there. Seems like the damage isn't doing any damage to his performance. That is for sure. The 39 car remaining stout at the point of the field. Not feeling too much pressure from the chasing pack thus far.
Pace car going to catch the field. Ultra going to go pit side here once again.
Attempt number 2 at finding his pit crew. We'll see if he has a successful voyage this time around. We'll have to wait and see.
We wish him the best of luck with that. As the pace car continues to lead, racking up those bonus points here tonight, Will, is that pace car driver tonight, driven by, oh, Josh Osborne's in the wall.
Josh Osborne spinning the rear tyres, but not going anywhere fast.
Looks like he was
extensive
trying
damage
to,
on that 07.
lights are off on the pace car. Bit of a quickie yellow here as he's going to make his way pit side. Chase Cabry up or down on the inside. Jimmy Hayden on his outside will go green with 15 to go. Pace car's off.
Comes at the green here. This will mark the end of the 7th safety car period of the night. 15 laps to go. Cabry and Hayden, your front row. We'll see if any of these guys have anything for Chase as he steps on the loud pedal yet again. But Jimmy Hayden is right there, almost getting to his outside. This is the most competition that Cabry's had in the restart for quite some time. He's in the wall. He's not punished for it, though, as Racines and Thomas will now fight for 3rd place. But the front two, big fire up. Mills, Paff, Smith, everyone involved. Connor Thompson reversing off of the wall there. That was a massive pile up there into turn 3, I believe that was.
I believe you're right. Let's take a look. See what just happened to Bailey Mills, Carlos Acosta, and others.
See Mills on the outside of Acosta here, who gets to the inside of Dylan Havier. Mills just tags the back of Acosta. They both go spinning. Green player, Skordensky, Smith, Paff, Thompson, all nowhere to go. As they'll kind of skate to the outside wall there. They all tried to power past it, do a bit of wall riding action. I think that was Mitch Havier in the 58 who just about squeaked past it. The rest of the chasing drivers not so fortunate though.
Well, Will, let's step away for the final time here tonight in the Dirt Derby. When we come back, we'll bring you to a Chadwide conclusion of this one. It's Pit Pass Network ARCA series right here on the Elite Racing Network. Don't go anywhere.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe.
What do you do?
Oh, we're green again here, Will.
We're green!
Chase
Ethan Burrell
Cabry.
catching us by surprise there.
Ethan Burrell throwing the... Oh, we're Chadwide.
Chadwide for second. Racines is 9th yellow of the night. That's what Barney the Flagman gets for taking
All right,
us by
let's
surprise.
continue our commercial. We'll be back.
Race in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
The NASCAR Cup Series returns to Worldwide Technology Raceway on June 1st and 2nd, 2024. The time to get your tickets is now. For only $10 down, you can lock in your seats for an incredible weekend of family fun, featuring the Enjoy Illinois 300 and the Confluence Music Festival. Racing, music, camping, it all adds up to one amazing party. Go to www.raceway.com for the hottest ticket of the year.
And we're back. It is the Chadwide Dirt Derby, as you would call it over there, Mr. William White. Lights are off on the pace car. Pace car's off. Chase Cabry on the inside. Jimmy Hayden up on the high side. 7 to go, and we are green.
Yeah, we've managed to catch the restart this time. Barney the flagman pulling no such pranks this time around. At the end of the night, of course, we see Johnny Thomas riding the wall. We're Chadwide again. Corey Abbott, Connor, Hanshaw, Smith. All side by side. This is a massive crash. I like Norgard's involved. Jaden Racimus, Frank Foti. That's caution number 10 of the evening now.
Wow.
Chase Cabry's still going at racing speed. He doesn't want to be under caution. And I don't blame him. I would be sick and tired of looking at the back of that pace car if I was Chase right now.
Let's see how quickly we can get back to green. Try to get some racing in. I'm not sure if we have green white checkers here in this one. I think we have 3, but quite possible that we don't have any. So hopefully we can get going.
I mean, they might extend it to 75 laps anyway if you give them GWCs.
I hope we get to go green here shortly. Chase Cabry up there. He's ripping the wall. Hasn't had a chance to do much racing up there. Will be less than 5 to go when we go green. Maybe yellow again.
Yeah, well, green, yellow, green, yellow. One thing's for sure, Barney the flagman's getting a good workout in.
Yeah,
all those flags up on the flag stand.
Chad Frankfield, if you're listening, watch for that invoice from Barney the Flagman. He's looking for some overtime pay here tonight because he has worked that arm out tonight. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go green with 3 to go, William White. It's Jimmy Hayden and Chase Cabry on the front row. Johnny Thomas, Corey Abbott, row 2. Jake Connor, Kyle Hanshaw, Hunter Smith, Jake Scarborough, Justin Wadsworth, and Andrew Hardcastle, the top 10. He's ready to drive that thing hard.
Yeah, absolutely. All these guys now just 3 laps to go, less than a mile to go if my maths is right. We'll see Chase Cabry again stepping on the loud pedal. Jimmy Hayden is going to be right with him. Another solid restart for the 39 car. Johnny Thomas, though, up to 3rd, perhaps looking for 2nd on the inside of Jimmy Hayden. There again, Chadwide. Here comes Corey Abbott looking for 3rd place on the outside of Johnny Thomas there. He's up into the wall nearly. Here comes Kyle Hanshaw, potentially looking at a sniff of a podium place as the top 3 now single file out. We're still Chadwide in the middle of the top 10, but it's Chase Cabry leading the field with 2 laps to go. Jimmy Hayden in hot pursuit, and we're under yellow again. Bailey Mills facing the wrong way for about the millionth time this race, unfortunately for them. But it's caution number 11, and we will have a green white checkered as the lap counter goes to 3 to go there.
3 to go. This will be a green white checkered. Will, can you confirm how many attempts we have here at the green white checkered?
I believe we will have 3 attempts at a green white checkered.
Will, how many will we use?
I believe we will use 3 of our attempts at a green white checkered tonight. This will probably end under yellow, if I'm being brutally honest.
Most likely. Most likely.
The most unserious, serious league on iRacing. The Pit Pass Network ARCA series.
Hey, we're trying here. We tried something new. These guys are not dirt racers, Will. That's why they're out here. They're out here to learn how to dirt race, and, well, they've learned how to dirt pace so far. And it's Chase Cabry and Jimmy Hayden up front. Johnny Thomas, old JT on the scene in 3rd. Jake Connor 4th. Corey Abbott 5th. Look at Hanshaw. Kyle Hanshaw up to 6th. The road course ringer Hunter Smith in 7th. Jake Scarborough in 8th. Justin Wadsworth 9th. There is Andrew Hardcastle in 10th. Harry Talon up to 11th. Seth Rawls, Caleb Pecumer, Dustin Durr, Dixon, Higgins, Racimus, that's Jaden Racimus, Kyle Simmons, Dylan Havier, and Rory Collins as the lights are off on the iRacing.com pace car. And we're going to get set to go green for the final time, question mark?
We'll have to wait and see Chase Cabry
Big jump by
off
Cabry.
like a bullet. The rest of the field caught napping, already 6/10 clear. Is Chase Cabry into turn 1 and turn 2. We see them all get away fairly cleanly behind them. Mitch Havier Palace Skodensky getting a little bit
We
too
just
close
need to get the
comfort.
white here. We're almost there.
We just need to get to the white. Chase Cabry
Come
out of
on,
turn 4
Chase,
for the
get the
penultimate
white.
time.
The white's
He
out.
gets
Let's
there.
go.
This one under green flag conditions.
We
My
did
prediction's
it.
gone wrong there.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're going to be wrecking Hunter Smith, Jay Connor around. Everyone's dead.
They're still alive as here comes Cabry for the win. Chase Cabry, Jimmy Hayden, Johnny Thomas, the top 3. Corey Abbott, Jake Scarborough round out the top 5 with Rawls, Talon, Dewar, Pucumer, and Pucumer, and Higgins, the top 10. Is Cabry just gonna get the heck out of here after that one? That is the Chadwide Dirt Derby at the Charlotte Dirt Track.
That was a wild one. 11 cautions, probably about 11 green flag laps in total, but ultimately it was a brilliant finish, a brilliant race. Obviously Charlotte, both tarmac and dirt, throwing up a great spectacle for us to watch up here in the booth, and I'm sure it was a lot of fun down there as well.
Well, Will, let's step away real quick. Let's get our podium finishers. When we come back, we'll talk to the podium finishers of the Chadwide Dirt Derby. Don't go anywhere.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
And we are back here. It's the Chadwide Dirt Derby at the Charlotte Dirt Track. Now standing by with our race winner, Chase Cabry, is William White.
Chase Cabry, it's William up in the booth. You got a copy?
How are you?
Yeah, doing good, man. How are you? Obviously, our first repeat winner of the season. How must that feel?
It was good. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do much racing there. Wish, it would have been a little bit cleaner. Could have got to race a little bit more. But nonetheless, it was a good run. It was, I had to change my restart like 100 times. I felt like, it's so dominant up top, and they come off the hill with such a run starting second, so you got to really beat them. And, in dirt racing, anywhere from turn 3 to turn 4, you can fire. And so I changed it as many times as I could, and luckily it paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, you spent a lot of time under yellow flag conditions. Under green flag conditions, you kept your nose clean. But we saw that damage that you got on the front of that 39 Cub from that incident under caution. Just kind of explain from your perspective what happened there.
Yeah, I mean, I was coming around, and they were stopped, so I went to go around. Next thing you know, I'm right up in the wall, and it is what it is. I get it. Not everyone does this dirt racing a lot, so it's super foreign for a lot of people. But yeah, like I said, it was a good race nonetheless.
Absolutely. Well, as the winner for the second time this season, any sponsors you want to thank, shout-outs you want to give before we let you go?
Just all the guys at Elite, and you guys up in the booth. So hopefully we can. I seen tonight was a dirt race. I said I got to get in there. But hopefully we can run a few more and figure out what we can do with the truck and the Xfinity series.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, man.
Thank you.
That was Chase Cabry, your winner here tonight, now joined by Jimmy Hayden, our runner-up this evening. Jimmy came home second, just a little bit short there on Chase Cabry, but caution fest tonight. How frustrating was that behind the wheel of that car?
Yeah, man, it was rough. I'm just glad I was able to move from fourth to second, and then yeah, I mean Chase having control of the restart was, how you win the race. I mean obviously if I'm gonna lose to anybody, I'd rather it be him, but yeah, it's just frustrating and they didn't get a chance to race with him, and maybe would have had a shot, but I knew it was gonna be a long shot to begin with.
Yeah, obviously tough when you don't have the opportunity to get a green flag run in. Looked like you were probably one of the only cars, maybe Johnny Thomas as well, that would have had something for Chase Cabry. But how did it feel out there, maybe during the heats and the consi, since we didn't get much racing in the feature? How did it feel behind the wheel during those earlier events?
It was good. I mean, I think when the track's a little bit more green, it races a little bit better because you have a couple more lanes that are viable. But once it starts to get worn in, it's like you just gotta pretty much rip the top, and if you're gonna make a move, it's gonna be a real sketchy slide job. But unfortunately, didn't get a chance to make a move in the feature. But I'll take what I can get.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
But looking ahead to next round of the Pit Pass Network ARCA series, we're headed to the road course at Road America. First off, will you be joining us for that event? And if so, how do you feel about it?
I'm planning to join. I don't think I have anything stopping me. You know, these stock cars on road courses are a handful, especially this guy. Been a minute since I've run on Road America, but I think I'll be able to figure it out. Put a couple laps in practice and see what I can do.
And before we let you go here tonight, Jimmy, any sponsors you want to thank, shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, check out Jimmy Hayden Photo. Hopefully I'll be getting to quite a few more racetracks this year. And then, big shout out to the Abbott Motorsports boys for getting me in here tonight, and to you, Robert and William, for putting on a great show.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight. Congratulations on runner-up finish, and we'll see you at Road America.
Thanks, boss.
It was Jimmy Hayden, the runner-up here tonight, and finally, Will, standing by with you, our third-place finisher, Johnny Thomas.
Johnny Thomas, third place finisher. You got a copy?
Hey, I got you, William. What's happening?
Hey, Johnny. Obviously, your debut in the Pit Pass Network ARCA series, and you finished third. That's not bad. How would you rate that performance personally for you?
Yeah, just trying to have a little fun. This off week, Elite is littered with road courses throughout the season, and last night was the B race over at some track that I didn't want to do. So I figured why not do this, and I love dirt racing. It's kind of one of my specialties, and I just wanted to have some fun. And I think in doing so, I feel bad. I think I took out Jesse. Tried to do the slider, and he got into the back of me. And when he got in the back of me, I think he locked her up and spun her out and ruined his day. I hope he's not battling for any type of championship because I feel bad about that. But just wanted to apologize to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you definitely made it seem like dirt racing is a specialty of yours. Obviously, we had a lot of yellows tonight, 11 in total. Do you think if we had any longer green flag runs, you could have had a shot at Chase Cabry, had a shot at the win tonight?
For sure, for sure. I think I counted. I think we had 14 green flag laps. That's not too good. But if caution laps didn't count, or if the field was kind of cut in half, and we started to get to going, because the whole thing with dirt racing is getting laps on the track. The more green flag laps you get, the wider the track gets, the track conditions change a lot, and we just never got that tonight. And I was moving my way up there. I think qualified 11th, ended up third. Pretty good night, but yeah, if we had about 30 laps of green flag run, I might have had them.
Absolutely. Well, before I let you go, obviously, congratulations on your third place finish. Any sponsors you want to shout out? Any shout outs that you've got for your third place finish tonight?
Yeah, this is kind of like a one and done. Maybe if I see something else on the schedule that's entertaining, I'll come and join you guys on Tuesdays. You guys put on a great show. Broadcast puts on a great show. But yeah, nobody. Me and Hanshaw just wanted to have some fun tonight, so come away with the third. Pretty good.
Absolutely. Well, glad to see it hasn't found out, and obviously congratulations on the result again.
Thanks, guys.
That was Johnny Thomas, the third place finisher, and Will, finally, final thoughts from you after a eventful evening here at Charlotte Dirt Track.
Yeah, obviously a crazy race. Despite those only 14 green flag laps, as Johnny mentioned, we had a lot of action-packed fun in that short space of time. Obviously, Chase Cabry, our first repeat winner of the season. He's notched up his second now for the year. Jimmy Hayden, again, another solid result in his second race, finishes in second place. Johnny Thomas in his debut, a podium, solid result. Corey Abbott in fourth. Obviously, with the misfortune that befell Jeff Green, Corey Abbott is now going to be firmly in the lead of the Drivers' Championship, which is good for him heading into Road America. Hopefully, he can build on that momentum of his for his own sake. But yeah, no, the fight's all around the field. Definitely heating up as we get towards that chase.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Congratulations to Chase Cabry here tonight on his victory. Jimmy Hayden there in second, like you said, and Johnny Thomas rounding out the podium. But on behalf of all of us here at the Pit Pass Network ARCA series, we want to thank you for joining us this evening, and we look forward to doing it again in 2 weeks' time